What's up guys, it's Meaty Mike, thanks for coming out. Today we are smoking some water buffalo skirt steak fajitas. A beautiful cut of meat, a nice long skirt steak, some gorgeous red purple color. This skirt steak is truly a thing of beauty and I cannot wait to pop it in my smoker. But before we get started, yes, this is a water buffalo. And not too long ago, I did a bison terrace major video on my channel, or a petite shoulder tender cut of a steak from a bison. And people use the word buffalo interchangeably, say bison and buffalo are the same thing. Guess it just depends who you ask. But a bison and a water buffalo, or even a Cape buffalo, to me, they're all different types of buffalo. And this is not the bison that you would typically see. Go on Google, do a nice brisk image search. You can see the difference between a bison and a water buffalo, and you can truly see the animal that we are working with today for these fajitas. So first, because as you see, it is a long skirt steak, I'm just gonna cut this skirt steak down a little bit into sections. Yeah, right there is good. Cut this one in half. So what I'm gonna do with these skirt steaks is season them up a little bit and put them in a marinade. You can just put them in a marinade, you can just season them however you would like to do it. And you can keep this simple and use a store-bought fajita seasoning and call it a day. But I have some soy sauce that I'm gonna put in my marinade that already has a lot of salt. So I just put a few ingredients together to mix together for a seasoning. So in this mixture, pretty simple, just a tablespoon of chili powder and then a half tablespoon each of smoked paprika, cumin, and black pepper. And I'm just gonna sprinkle down and cover our water buffalo skirt steaks. Flip them over. Rub it on in. Very nice, perfect. Now I'm gonna get a plastic bag, drop our skirt steaks right in the bag. And now to this bag, we're gonna add our marinade. Again, really simple. We'll start with 2 tablespoons of olive oil, dump it right in. Then we have about 1/3 of a cup of soy sauce. And then I have 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. Mix it on up. And now our last ingredient, I have 4 limes that I'm gonna cut up here. And we're gonna squeeze our limes into our bag. Yeah, get all that juice. And if you don't have fresh limes, yeah, use about 1/3, 1/4 of a cup of lime juice. That'll about do it. Some good soy sauce flavor, some garlic, some seasoning, our limes. I'm just gonna toss the limes right in there. Close it on up. Take the gloves off. Perfect, looks good. We're just gonna pop our skirt steaks in the fridge for about 2 or 4 hours, and we have some vegetables on the table. We'll prep while this is in the fridge. All right, got a big mess here. Clean some of this stuff up. All right, we're gonna flip our board over. Clean surface. Have a fresh mixture of our seasoning. I was dipping my hands in there after touching the raw meat, because now we're gonna prep our vegetables. Get a new knife. I have 2 green peppers, bell peppers. We're gonna slice down. All right, 2 green bell peppers. Now I have 2 red bell peppers. Red pepper done. 2 yellow bell peppers. Then I got 2 sweet onions. You can use any kind of onion that you want. God, onions make me cry every time. Last but not least, if I can see, shoot, 1 jalapeno. Now we're just gonna mix our peppers, our onion, and our jalapeno together. Then I have the trusty duck fat spray. Spray down your vegetables. Add some more flavor. Whoop, lost the pepper. Then we're gonna take our fresh seasoning mixture and just give a light seasoning on our vegetables. Now what we're gonna do is get our vegetables and plop them right into our cast iron. We want to put our vegetables in the smoker first for a little bit before our skirt steaks. So while those are marinating in the fridge for 2 to 4 hours, we're gonna time it right, then go pop these in the smoker. All right, y'all, so we're out here at the Grilla Grill Silverbac. We got it going at 250 degrees. I'm filling up the hopper with some gourmet barbecue pellets from Bear Mountain Barbecue to fuel these fajitas. Normally you do fajitas hot and fast, and you can't go wrong with the hot and fast method, but I want a little bit more smoke on our water buffalo skirt steak fajitas. So for this smoke, I'm doing a 3-step process, and the first step's really simple. We're just getting our cast iron pan full of vegetables, popping them right on the rack and letting them smoke for about an hour. After an hour, we'll come back out and we'll get to step number 2. Well, all right, it's been an hour. Let's take a look at our vegetables. Oh yeah, looking good. Stir them on up. Now we got our skirt steaks. Took them out of that marinade. We're gonna lay them right on the racks. Now you're just gonna close your lid up. So for this next step, you're gonna keep it rolling at 250 degrees for about another half hour to an hour. You only wanna take your skirt steaks to about 120 degrees internal temp. So just keep an eye on your skirt steaks, and when we hit that 120 internal temp, we'll get to the next step. So it's been just over a half hour. Let's take a look at our skirt steaks. I did flip these about halfway through. Got my Inkbird instant read thermometer here. And we are right at about 122. It's perfect. Take our skirt steaks out. We're gonna wrap them in some foil. And just let them rest, because now we're gonna crank up our Silverbac to 400 degrees. Because for our last step, we wanna get a good sear on our fajitas. So we're gonna let the Silverbac climb to 400, and then we'll put them back on for a couple minutes on each side, so stick around. Boom, 400 degrees. We're on to our third and final step. Now we're just gonna take our skirt steaks out of our foil. You're gonna wanna stay close. It's not gonna take long to finish these off. Stir vegetables up. We're looking for an internal temp of 135 to 140. In that range will be really good for this water buffalo. Monitor your internal temps. We'll have some mighty fine good skirt steaks. Fajitas. And with that, our water buffalo skirt steak and our vegetables for our water buffalo fajitas are complete. We did our 3-step process here. We put the vegetables on by themselves for an hour to get some good smoke flavor, added our water buffalo skirt steaks for about another half hour with the vegetables just to get some more good smoke as well. Then for our third and final step, we cranked the Silverbac up to 400 degrees, let our vegetables keep going. We got a good sear on our water buffalo skirt steaks. They look beautiful. We let everything rest for about 10 minutes. Final internal temp was about 140 on our skirt steaks. And now I have some other stuff here. Let's put our fajitas together. First, we're gonna go, oh yeah, beautiful, against the grain on our water buffalo skirt steaks. We have some great juice. Oh, it's just coming out. Cut them into nice strips. Gotta take a taste of our water buffalo before we put them on our vegetables. Wow, that is really good. You get a good flavor from that soy sauce. A lot of lime. I love the lime flavor as well. Beautifully cooked, nice and juicy. Again, good juice coming out of our water buffalo. I mean, the taste, very comparable to beef or bison. It's not overly gamey, it's nice and tender. Man, water buffalo, who would have thought? I'm just gonna keep cutting up our pieces for our fajitas. And now you just have a beautiful pile. Look at that. Pile of water buffalo skirt steak. I have some limes here. Put those in our vegetables, some cilantro, make it look pretty. And then we're just gonna get our skirt steak and just pile it in there as well. Ooh, forgot a couple pieces. That's okay. And that, people, is how you put together water buffalo fajita skillet. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now you just get a fork and you eat it right out of your cast iron. It's so good. Vegetables, nice and crunchy. And that soy sauce, that garlic, and that lime, and that marinade. Now you just eat. You feast away right in your cast iron. Some good water buffalo meat. Get some tortillas, put them in to make your fajitas. The options are endless. It's up to you. But this was really, really good. If you can get your hands on some water buffalo, any kind of water buffalo meat, but again, we use skirt steaks for this, put them in your smoker. You'll get some nice, juicy, tender meat. So try yourself some water buffalo fajitas. You're gonna love it. Thanks for coming out. Stay tuned for the next video. So good.